Hi, Morgan here. Welcome to the original Canceled Radio Guys, the podcast. This week, it's all about the Super Bowl and Kansas's win, but mainly the commercials, featuring Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, a little pop culture, giant Chris and Costello in the original Canceled Radio Guys podcast.
Howdy, this is Chris.
Hey, this is Costello.
You are listening live from Las Vegas, Nevada. The day after the Super Bowl. I had to wait till everybody left so I could venture out, you know?
I imagine so. Fabulous. Did you see Tay and Trey?
Did not really want to, but it was okay.
No, okay.
Happy for him. I just, you know what? So first I got to say, here in Vegas, I thought they did a stellar job for the Super Bowl. It looked great. All the stuff going around it was great. A lot of star power was there. You know, what a great host city. So I think in the future, the Super Bowl should always be in New Orleans and in Las Vegas.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, other cities, screw them.
Yeah, really. I mean,
how do you get a match what we've got and what you have in New Orleans? You want to go to two really 24/7 party places, and those are the only two cities that offer that.
There is nowhere else like Vegas anymore. And what is amazing is that even this has all happened in the last 5 or 6 years.
It's just going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden it is now the place for sports. And back when I first moved there, back in 80-something, Super Bowl, Vegas, you got it.
Oh, you guys had then. You had Evel Knievel jump on the fountains in front of Caesar's Palace. That was your big sporting event.
Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, and maybe the odd golf tournament, but that was it. But now, look at you've got everything. And it's probably
it's like Usher said. He goes, they asked me to come do a residency here, and I heard what? They're building a stadium. We're going to do football. He goes, this is going to be my new town. So he's been there now, but 2.5 years in residency. Shows no signs of going anywhere. His halftime show was really like a Vegas show. It's kind of like what you see when you go see him at the Park MGM. Gets the rollerblades out. He's got a lot of good dancing. It's just like a Vegas show. The halftime show to me. I thought it was good. What do you think?
I thought it was great. I was suitably impressed. I'm not a big fan of his, but I thought, hey, this is really, really good.
It was good,
Yeah.
My wife has relatives in Arkansas, and they're texting during the thing going on. As soon as the show's over, when her sister goes, I didn't like it. Let's see, Arkansas. I'm not surprised, right? Okay.
Yeah. Did your wife like it?
She did very much. Oh. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
There's a little bit of drool that kind of formed on her mouth there when Usher took his shirt off. I said, "Stop it! Wipe it off. Bring that."
Sorry, honey. Don't trying to get me to role play Usher. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it was just a little tease there. Unlike if you remember when Adam Levine did the halftime show and it was the Super Bowls in my home city of Atlanta. He took his shirt off and kept it off the whole time, which offered nothing to it at all, except for like the girls were screaming, the ones who were paid to be up front,
Yep.
Oh, it's Adam. He's getting a tattooed shirt off. It was voted, I think, the next to worst halftime Super Bowl show since they've been doing them. So
right.
It was pretty bad. It was kind of lame. The last time was fun. It's all kinds of fun stuff was going on at the game. Commercials are always fun. Yep. An exciting game at the end. A lot of star power. A lot of views of Tay up in the big suite.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't picture the longevity of this couple though. I just don't get it.
I didn't get the singing. The singing at the end, Viva Las Vegas. Well, that was all right, understandable. But then
God, is he drunk already or what?
Drunk on the sweet wine of the NFL.
He's drunk on victory.
That's right.
Let's look at it this way. Let's look at the history of who Taylor Swift has dated. Okay. Harry Styles. Okay. I mean, men like that in their 20s and lower 30s, who are either actors or musicians, not athletes. There's anything wrong with dating an athlete. I mean, that's some athletes are really cool. Look at Russell Wilson here, the Broncos and Sierra, really cool, good looking couple, But when he's up there and he's the man can grow his eyebrows together within a day if he didn't shave between them. You know what I mean? Him and his brother are a couple of hairy monkeys, all right?
That's true. It's
like, Taylor likes that. I mean, but he's up there yelling like a redneck, you got a fat for your. I'm looking at that pan there, and she's going like, I'm feeling kind of embarrassed right now.
What?
We don't really know her, right? But for what the public image we have of her, it didn't seem to fit the way he is.
You know what they say?
What do they say?
They say opposites
attract. Tell me what
attract.
they say. Would you tell me? Hey, Costello, you're in the back. What do they say?
They say opposites attract is what they say. Mind you, what? Opposites attract.
Is that the best you've got? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Mind you,
well, maybe so, because she's never dated anyone like that, and he is totally different. He's loud.
Yeah,
he's abrasive. He's tall. Really freaking hairy, and just I don't know. Well, I guess
that's trying something new. She's only 33, right? 34. Okay. She's in her early 30s, so most people will be going for their second marriage by now.
He's 34, a bit over 40, because he's a hairy guy. Yes.
Yeah. Well, obviously, for something different. But that lovely rendition of You Got to Fight for Your Right to Partay was...
redneck. But the thing was, did you watch during the game when he lost his temper and he bumped into his coach and almost knocked the coach on his butt? Because, put me in, I'm going to play. Put me. It's like, so if he can have blow up violence tendencies like that towards his coach, what's he going to be like towards a woman?
Yeah, a little stick of a woman too, man. He'd knock her into next week.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
But we don't really know her. Know him. They just have public personalities, and that's all we have to go by. So it's what you give out to us out there. We get our, our concept, the way we think you are.
Yeah.
What you feed us. And yesterday he didn't give us anything good. He was awful.
He didn't even. Did he? He didn't get the
yelling.
He didn't even get a
slamming
touchdown.
his helmet, bumping into his coach. Did he catch a few passes? Not until the second half. The first half he caught one pass for 1 yard.
That was it, huh?
It was yelling at the coach, "Leave me in." It's like, throw the ball to me because I got to do something to show off here. I'm on the Super Bowl. Do something for me. So he had a couple of good catches in the second half. It wasn't his usual big game, no touchdowns, but it's a team sport anyway. So that his team won. That's what you got to be happy about, right?
Didn't you think it was kind of lacking though? I mean, it was a low scoring game. There was nothing that really, there was no incredible catches. I mean, you go, whoa! I guess technically very good, but.
It was a big bomb from Mahomes in the first half, and then the next play his running back fumbled, and it all went for nothing. So they didn't really focus on it too much because it led to nothing. Because they fumbled, and Niners got it back. Christian McCaffrey, the big star from the 49ers, fumbled on their first series going for a drive. It should have been a score. So those are two scoring drives that turned out to be nothing. Yeah, because of they screwed up. two fumbles. So and it was quiet after that, back and forth. What was it, 3-0 at halftime? I mean, what a snooze fest, right?
Well, and the crowd was really quiet. Getting on that. They were getting bored. I think.
Well, I would say we get the Super Bowl. You want some entertainment. So based on the teams being as good as they are, I just would think, and I was right, that there come a second half and things are going to happen. So whoever starts making something happen is going to win. And they started going back and forth, which is what you want. That was great.
Yeah. And then you got to overtime. Now this,
that was good.
How do you watch the Super Bowl? Just on regular TV, or did you go to, say, like I did, Paramount Plus?
I watched it regular TV on my big 70-inch monster.
Okay. Well, on my big 55-inch monster.
Junior monster.
Yep. Junior monster, yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm happily sitting watching this going, hey, this is great. And I go, wait a minute. What's Meet the Press doing on here? This crawl coming and going, because it went into overtime, nobody bothered to think that perhaps this will go into overtime and maybe we should have, just somebody sitting here at the switcher in case. It goes to Meet the Press. Shit.
So why don't you just switch back to regular TV and continue watching? Or you not have regular TV?
I did that, but because it was raining, it was cutting out all the time. It was
so your antenna wasn't picking up. You had to turning it outside put some aluminum foil on it and stuff.
Yeah, well, it just wasn't working. When we have a storm here, a bit of wind, it's not really up to much. So I watched a bit of that, and then
living in the backwoods of South Carolina.
It gets to the point of some, they're running the ball, and it might be we'll never know.
Well, the funny part was because normally if you know football and stuff, it's like if you have an overtime thing. If it's the regular season rules, if you get the ball first, you go down and score a touchdown, you win. The other team gets no chance to even answer. Okay,
right.
But in the Super Bowl, it's different. So each team would get a chance to get the ball. So you would think when the 49ers won the toss that they would elect to kick. See what's going to happen with the Chiefs. So they know what they would have to do to win. So they accepted to take the ball, and then the players are going, "We didn't understand the new overtime rules in the Super Bowl." I'm going, "Oh, well, coach team there,
It kind of told you right there.
Everybody knew they put them up on the big screen in the stadium. I just look up and read. I mean, they weren't that difficult to understand. Meaning that both teams would get a chance to score. And they accepted to take the ball first, which plays right into Mahomes' hands. They hold him for a field goal, and he just told his team in the huddle, "Okay, touchdown. Let's go win this thing," and they did.
Yep, and it did. Yep.
Rest is history. Viva Las Vegas! I'm just going. He's making an ass of himself.
Well, you know what? I mean, we could have just foregone the rest of the game previous to that and just had that. That first one to score.
You thought that was entertaining?
It was more entertaining than a lot of what was going on previously, I thought.
Well, no, I guess some games are that way.
Yeah, exactly.
One, you're dealing with nerves. You got a lot of testosterone. You're all built up, ready to go. And then you got at the beginning of the game, sometimes their teams are feeling each other out before they, get into a groove and go, okay, this is what they're doing this, so we're going to start doing this. And sometimes it takes a while. You got two really good defenses playing each other, so they had to find some openings and some creeks and crevices and the right plays to call, make things happen. So second half, thankfully, things started to happen.
That's true. No, I get it. I mean, technically, probably very good, just not very exciting to watch. So that's okay. It was good.
Bitch, moan.
No. I am bitching about what Paramount Plus did.
And like watching a soccer match in England's a lot of fun.
No, it ain't. Cricket, same way.
1-0.
No, I get you. I agree. Yeah. And basketball.
I'm happy that you had a primary upcoming there in the redneck state of South Carolina. So Trump didn't show up at the game.
He didn't know.
He was busy rallying the rednecks there in South Carolina.
Was he? He was here? Apparently he lost in Nevada.
He's been there for about a week, man. He's popping all over the state.
Well, he hasn't popped by here, thank goodness. I'd kill him.
They've both been in your backyard there in Columbia.
Well, they need to quit that. That's trespass. I'm not going to put up with it.
You know they were there.
No, can't see him for all the weeds.
Everybody's excited in South Carolina.
Nothing's. It's raining. Big excitement.
They made big news yesterday trying to steal thunder from Super Bowl. They didn't really talk about it till this morning. Him going, our allied countries, our NATO countries, not paying their dues on time. Just Putin, go ahead and invade him. I don't care. This is what we want in office again. I mean, it will happen to Putin, but they're all hoping, God, we got to get this guy.
Oh, back. Sure. We'll
take over Ukraine. We can invade Poland. We can do all this stuff. And he'll go, yeah, go get him. Yeah, I don't care. I don't like him.
Yeah. Leave us alone. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, whoops. Yeah, exactly. Precisely.
And then your home ex-governor, Nikki Haley, said, we'll talk this short politics, get back to Super Bowl, but she said that she's sure that in like 30 days from today, middle, early part of March, that Biden will announce he's not going to run for president. There'll be a different nominee. Of course, no one knows who the hell that would be.
This is true. I know. I was just having a think when you're saying.
I know who I think who could pop in and take over and do well. That would be California Governor Gavin Newsom.
That's an idea. When did
California boy? Good looks. He's got the personality, he's young. We need someone to get in there. So wipe Trump off the map. Get one of the old guys out of the way. That's not that I don't like Biden's policy and stuff. I think he's done a good job. If you watch him, he's just moving more and more feeble.
Yeah. Well, he is 80 something. I mean, I'm sure his mind
81.
might be. Yeah, his mind might be active, but the rest of him isn't. When did he get into the race last time? Because it wasn't. It was later on, wasn't it?
No, he started from the beginning, and he was getting ready to drop out because he did really bad in Iowa. He did really bad in New Hampshire, and he limped into South Carolina. And the thing was, if he didn't do well there, he was going to drop out. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, he wins your state of South Carolina. Everyone's going, what the hell happened? What?
Oh, well,
he went there and he catered to the African Americans in your state.
Yep.
And no one else did that. And they won it for him.
I had the kind of obviously false memory that he came in a little later going, all right, okay, I'll run now. No. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Don't know. I must have not been paying attention or something.
Dementia. Ladies and gentlemen, this dementia attack is brought to you by Depends Diapers.
Yeah. There you go.
Stop wearing those on your head. That's not where they go.
Oh, is that the problem? Dementia.
Oh. So anyway, everyone talks about Super Bowl commercials. I have my favorite. So I'll ask you first, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial?
I liked the couch potatoes. I thought that was funny.
I thought the look and the idea was good.
Mm-hmm.
It probably wasn't all that funny, but it was just funny to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gosh, I'm trying to think. They got to be memorable or you just don't remember them.
Two stuck out of my head. First and foremost was Arnold Schwarzenegger and the insurance commercial. It's just freaking hilarious.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
Was that? I think I had maybe the sound turned down or something for that. What
the hell are you doing, man?
Well, they're not like the old days.
This morning, everyone voted. That was their favorite commercial. It was great.
Right? The Dunkin' Donuts one was interesting.
Sometimes it's really hard to be your friend.
You said you were going to support me.
Dunkin'! Don't go away. My heart. Why you dunking me, girl? Why you dunking? Dunkin'! My heart.
How do you like them donuts? I'm so sorry.
You had to see it, but I forgive you. Lay us on the track.
Are we going to be on the album?
We talked about this.
Let's go. You're blinded by them pinstripes.
Wrap it up.
Here goes Babe Ruth.
Tom, you can stay.
You remember when I told you I'd do anything for you?
That came in number 2.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Because it had, not only Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, man, Damon cameo, and Tom Brady.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Matt Damon was funny. He goes, it's really hard to be your friend. That was funny. He apologized to Jennifer, and Jennifer goes, we talked about this. You need to go. And then she looks at Brady, and she goes, Tom, you can stay.
I'm
a big Jennifer Lopez fan, but the commercial was funny. The dancing Dunkins. But Arnold, man, you didn't see that?
Yeah, well, I saw it.
Like a good neighbor. A good neighbor. State Farm is like he goes like a good neighbor, and he goes, no, cut. It's neighbor. He goes, that's what I said, neighbor. and they're going, Jesus. They kept going, neighbor. And so he goes, it's just what it says right here on the paper. And they go, oh, God.
What was the Bud Light
woman
one?
out of a fire. And he goes, hurry up, she's in labor. And they're going, somebody help me. And at the end, they go, we got a script rewrite. So they start all over again. He goes, like a good neighbor. And all of a sudden, Danny DeVito pops up and goes, like a good neighbor.
It's like you're cold.
Yeah, I'm cold. Bah. Neighbor.
Still no.
Like a good neighbor.
Cut.
Burr. Bah. Burr. Bah. Burr. Bah.
Neighbor.
Neighbor. Burr. Bah.
Burr.
Bah. Get me under this chopper.
It's pronounced chopper.
Don't.
It is.
Neighbor.
Yeah, there was some good ones. I was just going to say, which one did Danny DeVito pop up in? Because that I remember.
Yeah, because we know they did that movie together, Twins, a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually in talks with Ivan Reitman to do a new movie together, but Mr. Reitman, of course, died, and so that never happened. So there they are in the commercial. The ending line was great. So Arnold looks at him and goes, you backstabber. He goes, stabber. I'm a backstabber, not a backstabber. That was number 1. And of course, the Christopher Walken, oh, God. Everybody imitating him as he's going to his table.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You have the sound down on that one, too?
No, I did see that one.
Was it giving you a headache, Bunky? You had to turn the sound down. Football noise.
Like a butt rash that just won't go away. Here's Chris and Costello.
I don't know. Maybe it's not such a big thing as it used to be, with the Budweiser, Budweiser. Remember those, the talking frogs? I don't know. I just didn't see anything up to that caliber. I have the habit of turning off or turning down commercials these days because they're just, especially around here, the local ones are so bad.
Airhead. It's the Super Bowl. Part of what the big deal is the commercial.
I know.
You don't turn the sound down. Okay. Did you see the Christopher Walken commercial for BMW?
I did see that. Yes. Yes.
That's very good. Everyone imitating was pretty stinking fun.
And I'm going to go out and buy a BMW just because of that.
Well, did you know what they were pushing? It's the new electric BMW. It's a pretty car. So.
It is, actually. It's one of the nicer looking BMWs.
Sure, it's a 6-figure car, too. You betcha.
Good God almighty.
Good God.
Good God. Yeah. Man,
yeah.
I tell you what, prices of cars are just, wow, they've shot up.
The prices of cars are going down. The only thing that hasn't gone down, price of food.
Oh, good. Well, there you go.
Housing prices are going down. Car prices are going down. Everything else is going down. The economy is great. Gas prices are really pretty awesome. This should be good in your state.
Yes, not bad.
Actually, good out here in Colorado. We're like 235. I'm going,
wow.
Hey,
you're lower than us. We're like 280 something. Wow.
280.
Yeah.
So you get these little point cards when you buy groceries and stuff. So I get $1 off. So I get $1.35 a gallon. I thought, man, I'm back in high school.
You can drive a Range Rover again.
Yeah.
Did you get it out of the? Did you manage to get it out?
I went down there with a bag of salt, okay, and I just salted all around the tires that were kind of slick. Let it sit for a day and let it melt all around it, and she came right out.
I might just have to point out for our listeners, of course, that Chris went out driving and managed to get his Land Rover 4x4 stuck in a ditch in Colorado.
It was the weirdest. It was a very fast snowstorm. It wasn't even freezing. It was only at 36 degrees, but these huge white sloppy flakes, and it was really slushy. So if it was a hard packed snow, I've been driving that all day. Ice, I can drive through that. But slushy, you just spin, man. I mean, people all over the ditches everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't last long, but it is nasty.
Yeah, usually if I can't make it up the hill driveway, I slide at the bottom. I just leave it there. I'll come get it the next day. It wouldn't stop sliding. I said, I'm going into a ditch.
and a ditch you did, yes.
Yeah, I had it on the all-wheel drive. I had it on the thing for driving in the snow. I had everything set perfectly, and I'm still ditching. Okay.
Well, you have to do more than push a button. You're supposed to probably have chains on. Well, not for that, I don't suppose.
No, I don't need chains. I got all-wheel drive, man. I don't need chains. It's just one of those freaky storms. It was, if anybody who will tell you who's lived in Colorado a long time, that was the hardest one that we've ever had to drive through. So when another blizzard started happening this Saturday, people were scared to death because of what happened the week before, and everybody is staying at home.
There you go.
This one was easy to drive through. I just zipped right through that one.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't had anything like that. It's just wet here, so I don't mess with that snow.
Wet and bugs, man. That's what you got. Wet and bugs. Nikki Haley.
And Mickey Haley. And I guess we got Trump, too, for he's hanging around.
He was asking at a rally yesterday, another great rally in South Carolina, when they show up to see him there. So it's like starving for entertainment, I guess. And he's going, Nikki, hey, where's your husband? Where's your husband at? Where's your husband?
Well, we could say to him, where's your wife?
Do we have to do this again? Back to Chris and Costello.
It'd be marvelous.
King Charles's dick cancer going, huh?
Oh, I hear it's going well, growing well. But that's probably the first direction he's had in a while.
Does anyone know? Maybe you got the inside track in England. What kind of cancer does he have? Nobody knows.
Well, I mean, cancer schmancer. We've all done that, right? So, no biggie.
Big deal, right? Well, look, don't tell that to Toby Keith, okay?
Too late. Yeah.
He fought it for 2 years, I think. Yeah. So.
Is that all? Nothing.
Well, he quit doing chemo, as he told his buddy Blake Shelton. He goes, you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm good with whatever happens.
I can get it. I can understand what he's saying.
My mom did the exact same thing.
Yep, so did mine.
I was yelling at her oncologist and went, "What the hell's wrong with you, man? Did you have her in for post-operative treatment?" He goes, "You know what? Sure wanted to. She didn't want to."
Yeah. My mother didn't even do chemo. My mother didn't do chemo or radiation. She just said, that's it. If it's going to get me, it's going to get me. So let it get me. So fair enough. And that's what she did. That was quite a while back when things were still pretty unpleasant if you had to go through chemo.
It's still unpleasant. If you do a lot of radiation, you do a lot of chemo, you ain't feeling so good. And some days you get like, when I was down like 35 pounds, I had to get up and go take a quick shower to go get radiated that morning. It's just, I couldn't even stand in the shower, having to lay down, and pass out and stuff. It's just you get so weak. Yeah. It's just like, man, how many more days I got to do this crap? But
pretty unpleasant. Yeah, pretty unpleasant. I couldn't even sit down when I didn't have chemo or anything. They just cut it out of me. It was early enough. I was lucky. But anyway, yeah.
You just had a little snippet and they just cut it out. Get a little snippet out of there.
Twice, actually. It hurt. Yeah, no, I mean, in comparison, nothing. But so I certainly have, I was going to say have pity for, I think that's wrong. Compassion for other people with any sort of cancer. It sucks mentally and any other way. So,
yeah.
Well, Mr. Downer, let's.
No, we're not being down. We're just chatting about it. It's fine. You're the one who mentioned, cancer's no big deal. I won't tell that to quote Toby Keith, right?
Yeah, I know. Being very facetious and rather juvenile. Sorry.
My red solo cup. Let's go fill it up. Let's have a party. Surprised Travis Kelce wasn't singing that yesterday, trying to sing it anyway. He wasn't singing. He was just yelling.
He was screaming, yeah.
They just scream and yell. Let's go to the party. There's always that one guy at the party he's got to be yelling. He's it.
It's an interesting reaction. I mean, it's like being a teenager. I guess he just hasn't grown up yet.
I like Patrick Mahomes' reaction much better. He's the big guy.
Well,
why don't you follow his lead?
He's got kids and everything. Yeah, I mean, he can't do that in front of his kids. Shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got his two little kids there and his wife there, and respectful. But like I say,
they're asking Kelce, why'd you bump into your coach for? What was it? With yelling at him? What was that all about? He goes, I was just telling him I love him.
Oh, that, and that's why Tay-Tay has a few bruises, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Is that how you tell Tay-Tay you love her?
All the way from Japan.
Mm-hmm. She's watching there, and you can see the look in her face. She's going, I came back for this. Gee. Exciting game. I got to hang with this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you make your choices. That's all I can say. And we did talk about that earlier. So I think that's enough of that. Thank you.
The Kelce Brothers podcast, not number one anymore. It's number one for a week there. It may be number one this week because they'll talk about after Super Bowl. He'll talk about Taylor Swift. So they may take over the number one slot again.
Mm-hmm.
Then the week after this, their season's over. Tay-Tay's back over in Asia doing concerts. So what are the Kelce Brothers going to talk about? Jason, you having your eyebrows trimmed this week? Yeah, I need to. I just had them done 2 days ago. They grew right back. You don't have hairy man jokes? What's wrong with you?
Oh, no. Best hairy man joke I ever heard was, no, I can't even remember it. No, I don't. Hey, did you hear that Jon Stewart is coming back to do the Daily Show?
1 day a week.
Oh, is that all?
1 day a week, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
they don't want to commit that much, but it's good that he's back. They need some stability there,
Yeah.
They've lost a lot of audience with rotating guest hosts.
I didn't know they were doing that. Oh, there you go.
And being an election year, that's when he shines the most. So, yeah, I'm glad he is back. It should be fun.
Do you remember when it was Greg Kilborn?
I do.
When it was the first.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him too much.
First series, yeah. It was. Well, I hadn't seen anything like that before, so it was quite different. But it
was different.
And it was
what made it was not him. That those correspondents who now got on to be stars of their own,
like Stephen Colbert,
right?
And Your Moment of Zen,
John Oliver,
and John Oliver, and Samantha Bee.
So good, yeah. Love John Oliver. He's really good.
So, do you know which day he's going to be on? Is it
Monday?
Oh, tonight. All right.
Yeah. Check it out tonight.
Better get going then, because I think it's probably 8:00 somewhere.
But he hates Trump and stuff, so it's going to be entertaining. And the age issue is a big deal. It's starting to become bigger and bigger because of that attorney general just going, well, he just reminded me of a kindly old gentleman. He really can't cause harm to anyone, and he just has memory issues. Tell me, that was so political to release that. I mean, they just could have said, okay, we're not going to file any charges. It was unintentionally cooperated. No charges will be filed in the story. No, we got to add the commentary afterwards.
Yeah. Well, you're right. It was definitely politically motivated. I wonder how much Trump gave him to do that. Only you needed
everything he's got left that he hasn't given the lawyers.
He wasn't happy.
Lawyers
though.
again already. You can't keep them. They just because you're not helping me. It's because you're guilty, you prick. I mean, we can only do so much,
We can only make the other guy look kind of bad.
So he's going the classified documents case against me, and he showed up in court today for his case involving that. Should be dropped because they drop it against Biden. I said, well, let's look at the difference, okay? So they found him in Biden's place, and he goes, staff brought him there, and he goes, yeah, you bet. Mistake, they're there. Turn him over right away. Trump, hide him. Put him under the bathroom. Hide him somewhere. Ain't gonna turn him over. Those belong to me. I got presidential immunity. I declassified him. He would not turn him over.
Well, first of all, he said he didn't have them. Right. I don't have them. No, not me. Oh, that's what those are. Okay.
They won't look in the bathroom.
Yeah, they'll never look in here.
One wants to go in Trump's bathroom, okay?
Oof.
Especially if you just clean out another bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I think it'd be kind of cool if we had a big, hurricane that came through and just took Mar-a-Lago out, preferably with him in it. That would be cool.
They're right there in Hurricane Alley. So who's to say one day?
Yeah,
maybe this season. You don't know.
Well, I'm hoping.
It's just fine. It's just so funny. Yes, he's going, Nikki Haley, where's your husband? Where's he at? Where'd he go? I mean, have we seen Melania at all this cycle? No,
not at
Nikki,
all.
Use your head. Instead of going, her answer was, "What was fine?" She goes, "My husband is in military. He's on deployment. He's overseas serving his country right now. Something you wouldn't know anything about."
That's right.
Which is a fine comeback. But then I would follow it up with, "Oh, by the way, where's your wife? Where's she at? No one's seen her. Where's she at? Where's your wife?"
Yeah.
Come on, Nikki, give him the same crap.
Yeah, well, they say don't want to go down to his level. I wonder perhaps if, something will happen. Maybe he'll just go to jail to fix it.
That could happen too.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, I don't want to forget because it's kind of political.
Yes.
People voted their least favorite TV commercial in the Super Bowl last night was the Robert Kennedy commercial.
Oh, I saw that. Yes. Yeah.
If it's a political ads never do well. When Trump ran one during Super Bowl like 6 years ago, it was voted the worst. People don't want to see political ads during the Super Bowl. But Kennedy he didn't have a message. He was just playing that old jingle that JFK and his dad ran on back in the 60s. That they ran that little Kennedy jingle. I thought it was kind of funny,
First of all, I didn't get it until I thought, no. I kept looking at the picture, going, "That's not Jeff." And then I realized who it was. Well,
it was the old Art jingle that
but
he played when he was running for president in '68.
Yeah,
it was kind of fun. So there was no political message in there. It was just like Kennedy. It's just. So they just had those little jingles and buttons and stuff, I just, wow, there's a flashback there.
Bizarre.
And people hated it. And I'm going, well, but he didn't say anything. It wasn't like the new day in America. Boom, Adam Buff.
Oh, yeah. No,
don't vote for Kennedy. That's what's there's no message whatsoever, just a little fun little jingle. People hate it.
Yeah, I didn't, like I said, what the hell? It didn't, I thought he quit. I thought he wasn't running anymore.
He's an independent.
Well, I know that, or he was.
No, he still is. His family's very upset because
they don't
the Kennedy tradition is like a long, long history of Democrats. And the fact that he dropped that to run as an independent, they're very upset over that. So they're not, even his own family's not supporting him because he's an independent.
And he's an idiot as well. I can't remember some.
Badly so. Because he could be a great alternative if he stayed a Democrat, didn't have these stupid conspiracy theories. I mean, having Kennedy back, we're going, we got our man. We're in.
But he does. He's got
some weird ones too. Yes.
Yeah, and he's got delusions of grandeur. And oh Lord, no. I know. No, absolutely not. That guy is he's a bigger wanker as Trump.
And who's he married to?
I don't know.
He's married to the actress Cheryl Hines on Curb Your Enthusiasm, which just began their last season.
Oh, really?
She plays Larry David's wife.
I've never. Okay.
And in reality, she's Robert Kennedy's wife.
Ah. Okay.
Holy shit, Sherlock.
Oh, life imitating art. Good Lord. Hey, you know what? Crash. I do think it's probably time to do this, though. Haven't done it in a while.
Don't push the button yet. Don't do it yet. Not yet.
All right. Okay.
1 second.
All right.
I have to finish up. final impressions, overall impression, all the things you saw last night at the Super Bowl, including Tete, commercials, game, celebrities in the crowd, interviews, Usher, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani were there. They released a new single together. Actually, a pretty good song, too.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, so they sang before the Super Bowl out in the parking lot, and they debuted their new single. Really good, just saying. But anyway, so all that stuff.
That sounds really funny. Yeah, well, they didn't sing during the show. They sang out in the parking lot.
Well, they have a huge stage out there.
I know. It just sounded funny. It's like, yeah.
According to the deal, only one person can sing during the halftime. That'd be Usher, and whoever he brought on as a guest.
It was
there. They gave good airtime. They're also live on TikTok as well, too.
Yeah,
so
well,
big deal.
And they were out there in the parking lot with Gary Glitter and the Bay City Rollers, perhaps.
Blue Man Group.
Yeah,
your typical Vegas acts. Carrot Top. Carrot Top's 70 years old now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Is he still?
They showed him. I said he looks weird. They said he's 70. That's what that explains that. He's old, man. His face is worn off. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Jeez. I mean, he was pretty buff there for a while, too. He was working out.
He's still, I would stay, because you look at Arnold. Arnold's like 76, 70. He's still kind of buff.
Is he really?
Yeah, and so Carrot Top is, too. He wears long sleeves, kind of cover up, I guess, the sagging skin or whatever. I don't know. But he's still kind of buff. He just looks, his face is kind of worn. He's 70.
Well, his face
they show him in the show.
Weird.
He's not moving as fast as he used to. I'm going, what happened to him? Oh, he's old. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blue Man Group. They've been there for how long? How old are those guys? Did they rotate them or something?
The Blue Man Group. Yeah, they rotate in and out all the time.
Got to. You can't have 70-year-old Blue Man. They can't do anything.
Well, it's not that. It's just you don't know who they are anyway. So they just we don't like you. You're fired.
They're old.
Well, I mean, there are many Blue Man Groups around the world. You see, it's a franchise now.
Did you see Wayne Newton sitting in the stands?
Oh, Wayne Newton. Oh, good old Wayne.
Going, who bought his ticket to get in there? They had to do it. The guy had Mr. Las Vegas had to be in there. It's a Vegas football game. Come on. There he was. Sitting by himself. And he's going, no one's recognizing me or talking to me. Shit. I really dropped a lot.
Well, I mean, he's always been the one for having plastic surgery and stuff like that.
But he still has. He was tighter than Carrot Top, okay?
Yeah, he's older than
Wayne's in his 80s, and
the
last show he's been doing is the Tropicana, and what are they doing to the Tropicana? They're tearing it down for a baseball field. Wayne's going.
Well, hell, he used to own the Aladdin many years ago.
He used to have a lot of money.
He used to have Arabian horses. I had to go there and shoot his video. I'm going to put it that way. Videotape his Arabian horses one time. And he got this, one horse and it's charging right at me. And I'm going, shit. He goes, just stand still and keep the tape rolling. And, okay.
He still has his house. He's hung on to it. And to keep it, he just opens the doors. You can come in anytime, pay some money, and he'll give you a tour. You can walk through and look at things.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, it's...
see the horse barn.
Shenandoah.
Can't afford those anymore. Airplane hangar. Whoop, the plane's gone. But you can walk to the house and see Wayne. Let me give you a tour.
Might as well have a plane hangar there because you're right on the edge of McCarran.
Right, it's right next to it. Yeah, it's kind of a weird place to have a big property like that.
Well,
you see it when you fly in from the east side.
It's. I mean, Shenandoah's been there longer than McCarran. Before it got really busy like it is now. Yep. So, gosh, a lot of people.
Wayne will give you a tour. You walk through and go see those sheets stuck to the wall. That's from when Liberace was here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So my overall impression of
Come on, put it all together. Everything you saw.
I thought it was pretty damn good, except for the game was a bit less than spectacular.
Go back to the game.
Well, that's what it was about. Oh, it's
you had 3 quarters, 2 quarters of not much, 1 quarter of like something's going to start to happen, and the 4th quarter made it all worthwhile.
Yes, that's usually why I only watch the last half or the last quarter of a game.
That's why I turn the sound down on commercials too. So.
Yes. I was going to put a bet on, but I couldn't. I kept.
It causes ringing in my hearing aid. You got to turn that down.
I was trying to get onto one of those sites or one of those apps, to put some money on it, which I'm glad I didn't because there wasn't anything really to bet on, Well, I suppose I'm sure they've obviously found.
Well, you could have bet on all kinds of things. You could have bet on the first song Usher sang at his halftime show last night?
Oh, well, that's not.
Who would it? Would the coin toss be heads or tails?
Well, it's a 50-50. There's no money to be made on that.
That's right. Bet on all that stuff.
Yeah.
Who would score the first touchdown? Would it be a pass or would it be a run? Who would be the player? I mean, it's everything.
Well, exactly.
What time would Taylor Swift get there? I'm serious. You could bet on that.
I couldn't get on there. And then it turned out that we're not allowed to, I kept going back and filling out all the information, and app just sat there and span. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, and then this little thing popped up, said, we're sorry, you're in South Carolina. I go, so am I.
There you go.
Apparently you
they
can't.
They were doing some live shots of places all over the world showing that people now watch it worldwide. They did a shot from Germany. They did a shot from London. A bunch of people wearing Chiefs and Niners jerseys in a pub watching the game.
They have games over there, don't they?
They do, yeah. So they're trying to make a mark there. So beginning of this season, the first game is going to be in Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last year was London and Germany, and now they're going to open up in Brazil and also do Mexico City.
Oh, it's nice and
humid. So they'll make it a worldwide thing. They were showing audiences all over last night, and people all over the world were watching. So like at Taylor's 4 shows she had in Japan, okay? Mm-hmm. In the audience, there were people wearing Travis Kelce Chiefs jerseys, Japanese people.
Yeah.
Who know shit about football. They weigh about 120 pounds a person wet, because they didn't even think of playing football. And they're wearing these football jerseys that suck them up whole, going, because Tay likes them, so I'm going to buy a Chiefs jersey.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's how it works, man.
Or you find one to buy in Tokyo. It just tells you can get them anywhere, I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure some savvy businessman figured that one out and is sitting back counting his money right about now.
Savvy businessman is called the NFL, okay?
That's it. Yep.
All about the money, man. They get every penny that goes with that.
Yeah. Yes, and you're not allowed to re-show the game. We used to get in a lot of trouble. We used to have Super Bowl parties at Bally's when I worked there. In fact,
I used to go to them, but me, I really like football. And if you go to a Super Bowl party, you really can't get to watch the game much, and you can't hear it. You can't hear what's going on. And I'm just in a commercial come on. I'm going, I can't hear that either. I'm going, that's it.
We used to
no more parties.
Well, we used to mute the commercials. In fact, I remember.
It's just a long-standing thing with you, isn't it? Huh?
It is. Yeah. But
classic commercials that are just edged in American history, and you get nothing. I wonder what they're saying. I don't know.
Well, I do remember. We'd have these big screens up there back in the days of the older Ida4s and things like that. You'd have to have as big projectors. They weren't that bright either, but they were big. And
it wasn't that good. They're just big.
Yeah, well, nowadays you get one the size of a book. It's amazing what you do now. I can remember one year was saying, well, why don't we put a sound system up so they can hear it? Because, putting it through the speakers in the ceiling doesn't really do it much justice.
No.
And so got an extra day's work out of it.
Bar, someone's house, I can't hear squat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so we did that, but the proviso was that you had to turn off the commercials because the NFL didn't like that. Or something, anyway. It had something to do with that.
Heard that. They're paying $7 million a commercial. They want you to hear it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do, but I guess the hotel, for whatever reason, they didn't. I always thought it was a bit strange. It was really boring sitting up there in the light booth going, oh, commercial, dink. It's like, oh, this is boring.
That's boring.
Yeah, you can't get into the game.
Like watching a soccer game in England.
Exactly. Like cricket.
Here comes Manchester.
Manchester United. Yeah.
We're catching up, man. We're getting your home country, England, into the American football.
Well, that'll be interesting. They've been trying to do that for years. But, they used to go and play at Wembley. And
not that often. That was a rare thing. Now it's every season.
Yeah.
There are 3-4 games there. Teams go there. Sometimes they play 2 weeks in a row there. They'll stay 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
The players love it. Players love London. I do too. I think it's one of my favorite cities.
Great place to be.
It is.
Things happen there.
Oh, I hit the button.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't I?
Oh, what you can do, hit the button.
Open the mail. 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 Email. Mail time.
It is indeed mail time, and Yeah, we got a few in.
Sounds like you.
I'm going to have to talk to him about that, you know. Yeah, well, that was
I think the announcer dude does the email opening is trying to imitate you. It sounds like you. Unless you have a brother.
That was before AI.
I got you.
Yeah. So, going through our email, I found this one angry guy from AOL. And I thought, well, why do I just get angry? And his message reads, "You stupid bastards!"
AOL. Yeah.
What?
Angry because he's on AOL.
He's on AOL. "You stupid bastards!" Well, Mr. Angry, or Mr. Guy, I guess we are sometimes. Thank you very much for pointing it out.
That's all we got was "you stupid bastards." That's it?
That's from him. Yeah. Well, okay.
That's all he had to say?
Yeah, that's it.
Dang.
Yeah, I know.
See, hard to come back on that one, right?
Not much to say other than up yours.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Wanker, dickhead, pin dick,
wanker,
wanker, tosser,
Needle dick, needle dick, needle dick.
Vegas guy at CompuServe.com. Who knew they were still in business? Not me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, man, like party at my house. That's great, Vegas guy. You said there's a little thing missing. It's your address, wanker. Boy, I tell you what, there's a lot of them.
This is what happened when they legalized pot in Las Vegas. Things like this happen.
Yeah. Every corner, though, isn't it?
Yep. Hey, Stone had the address. What?
Boy, there's some neighborhoods that just stank of skunk weed for a while.
Yeah.
Now this was kind of exciting when I saw this pop up. Tay-Tay at hotmail.com.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Tay-Tay, haters gonna hate. But I made it here and not even late. Love, Tay-Tay and Travis.
Yeah.
Wow. We should print this out and frame it and maybe get her to sign it and it'd be worth $1 million.
Yeah, they say pop stars, their songwriting ability kind of goes down after 30, and that's proof of it right there.
Well, we got, let's see, hey,
Pretty lame,
Tay-Tay. Haters gonna hate. Well, she did make it there on time, and she wasn't even late. So, hey.
I like the Grammy. She was there 2 hours before game time. I'm going, what the hell is she doing there?
Well,
what's she going to do for 2 hours before game time? So,
well, she go and get
busy staying, just saying, hey to everybody.
Yeah. Well, she could have gone to the Heart Attack Grill. She could have gone to the Museum of the Penis.
All the big Vegas highlights, yeah.
Yeah. and all the other great strip clubs that they have. I can't remember what they're called anymore. Yeah.
Mandalay Bay Shooter's Nest Club, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Too soon?
No, but I never did send you that. I had video of that. A friend of mine was up there, and she's said, what was that noise? And you could hear pop, 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 pop.
Oh, yeah.
People are lying down. Why are people lying down there? That's when it's like, oh, yeah. Not a long time ago, but what, 5 years ago, was that? 6?
Yeah, I think that it's really funny. The fastest one out of the area and off the stage and out of the harm's way was the guy who was entertaining, Jason Aldean.
That's right. That was him.
He talked. He went, "I'm gone."
Well,
is everybody okay? Don't panic. Get down. Let's just get to the exit. Nope, I'm just saving my own ass.
He didn't send us any emails, so therefore I don't.
He will now.
Care. No. He's done. So we're done with emails.
Open the mail.
Open
the mail. Open the mail.
It should be saying close the mail.
I will talk to them about that.
Yeah.
We have a very small budget, so
we do.
Yeah.
People have asked for, we need to start reading our emails again. That's true. And people have asked for certain things we used to do.
And we should do.
Shit people say, but
yes,
there people did say stupid shit this weekend. But the problem is that they meant it.
Well, what's the difference? What does it matter?
Well, that's when you people say stupid shit. It was like, okay, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. It made me look bad, or I'm not that way. But these people, the dumb thing is, they meant it. It's not the same.
You wouldn't be talking about rump, would you?
No, of course not. Go ahead. Hey, Putin, invade the NATO countries. I mean, that's a pretty stupid thing to say.
Yeah, it was extremely
off
stupid.
for allies, but it's just like, but the thing is, he meant it.
Yeah.
It was reality, you know?
Well, demented meant it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anybody else say anything stupid other than
you got it right, division party?
That he didn't say anything. He sounded like a third grader, just screaming, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that was kind of stupid.
That's the cry of the redneck. Okay.
All right. Was there anybody else who we can think of? No.
Just Biden, but he meant it, you know.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay.
And nothing wrong with me. My memory's fine. Why am I here?
Oh no.
I think his, to be honest with you, because they give him a hard time because he has gaffes, you know. We all do.
Yes.
If you speak a lot, and you got a bunch of foreign names of different leaders of countries all over the world, you have to try to remember and put together. Everybody screws that up. They've all screwed it up. So I think, to be honest, I think his mental acuity's fine. I think his physical part is where he's fallen down.
Absolutely.
Slower. He's seen less frequently in public. He had to come out that day when they picked on his memory because he was pissed off.
Oh yeah. Remember when he fell off the bike?
Yeah.
Yes.
He jumped right up and goes, "I'm okay. It's all right. I'm okay."
Oh well.
And he was fine. It's just, you know, but after when that Attorney General, the Department of Justice guy released the part about, well, he's just a gentle old man who's having memory issues. And he was pissed, and he should get pissed more often because he came out there. Ain't nothing wrong with me. What are you talking about? You know, he just fired it off there, and he had 3 gaffes. He was so pissed off doing it. It's, you know, but Trump does it too. He's trying to talk about Nikki Haley, and he calls her Nancy Pelosi. I'm just going, I ain't quite the same person there at all, you know?
Like half her age.
Yeah, I know. So he thought he was running against Nancy. Pelosi's always been on his brain, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
He loves running against Nancy Pelosi. She's like 82 at that. She's done, okay? You should be.
Absolutely, and he's only 79, so...
That's the funny part. He picks on Biden about how old he is. He's only 3.5 years younger than Biden.
Yeah,
that's it.
If that, yeah, something like that, isn't it?
If he wins again, God help us. He'll turn 80 in office as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll die. What are you going to do if he gets into power? Are you going to leave the country? Are you going to stay here?
If he went, that can't happen.
Said that before, didn't we?
I guess we did. I would say just one word to answer to that, and Cabo.
Yeah. Cabo, or what's the...
Cabo would be good to hang out 4 years, get some sun, at the ocean, you know, make some fish tacos.
Hey, then you know what? We could make unveiled threats to the president. They couldn't touch you because you're in another country.
The cartel come pick you up. So there was speaking of that, this unrelated thing real quick.
Yeah.
There's a friend, I'm trying to think if I should bring this up. I guess I will. A friend of my daughter's, okay? I can bring it up because she doesn't listen to me anyway. She has issues. So a friend of, I would say, it used to be a friend. Then it became like a competitor in business and so on and so forth. He's an unscrupulous type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed himself about 3 years ago. I mean, no one's surprised by it. He's a drug user. He owed people a lot of money, a lot of crap going on. But it turns out they found out he faked his death. He's been hiding in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
But he felt guilty because he left behind a couple of kids. So he contacted the wife and had her move down to Texas, close to the border.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to shoot some money across to him once in a while to help take care of the kids, to do something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, got caught. So they're trying to get him, but he's still hiding in Mexico. So I don't know if
they haven't got him yet.
Extradition thing out. Well, he owes people money, and some people he owes aren't legit people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people you don't owe money to. You mean? Yeah,
and he's picking where he left off. Now he owes some people money in Mexico who would like to find him as well.
Oh, really?
Well, this time I don't think he'd be faking his death when they find him.
Yeah. Okay, rehearsal's over. Bang.
Cartel going to kill his ass.
That's funny. That's.
She told me about dying. She told me, I said, he really did that. Yeah, so. Unreal, man. I know.
Got him. Wow, that's pretty wild. I mean, that's very
willing
wild.
to give that a try. It's not that he was trying to get insurance money or anything. Everybody collected stuff. He was just trying to hide, man. He didn't want to be found.
Fair enough. Well, he didn't.
Nothing to gain by it except I'm still living. That's it, you know.
Well, it's like I tell my kids: if you have to commit a crime, you don't tell anybody about it, because if you do, somebody's going to let the cat out of the bag. You know, Pandora's box and all that good stuff.
He had a drug use problem, gambling problems. I think he was borrowing money from the wrong people. And instead of like, hey, the bank money, the bank's going to foreclose and stuff. Now it's like, you better pay Benny. The money's going to break the freaking legs. Okay, that's who he's borrowing money from. Now he's borrowed money from a cartel down there. So he's being sought out by a lot of people.
He'll be moving to Canada next.
So he was working for one cartel since he was a druggie, so I can move some stuff for you. And then he borrowed money from another cartel, and they haven't paid them. Now oh God,
not smart, because they won't just kill you.
How do you know this stuff? Like I can tell you that. I mean, okay.
They'll make it long and painful. Those guys, you know what I mean? Not just
every time you see, they just shoot people and just leave them in the street. I don't see any long and painful. They're just going, hey, screw this over. Boom, you're dead. Okay, next.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they make it long and painful.
Like they did. Remember that show, Narcos Mexico? Like in the true story part with the FBI agent, and they tortured the heck out of that guy. You know?
Yeah,
he was a narco. I mean, they just tortured the heck out of him.
Yeah,
slow, painful death. He wouldn't say a damn thing. You know.
Yeah.
They just tortured him. He just died sitting up in a chair from being beaten, burned, executed. You know, it's just awful.
Was that Johnny Darko?
No.
Okay.
The guy who was in charge of that is still in prison in Mexico. And when he got put away for the FBI agent, the person who took his place was some guy you may have heard of. His name is El Chapo.
Oh, yes. I've heard of him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah. Well, there was some news about him. Wasn't he trying to tunnel out again or something?
No, man. He's in Supermax here in Colorado. No one tunnels out that thing. You kidding me?
Well,
you're in a cell 23 hours a day, total isolation. You're allowed no visitors, no nothing. It's the only person you see is your guard. When he brings you food, lets you out 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
No contact with anybody else. No general population. I guess you are allowed a certain amount of visitors, but it's just like, it's very heavily screened. You don't ever see anybody else except for your guard and maybe an approved visitor.
Wow.
He's had none, by the way. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, when he was in there, he had none.
Oh, that's right. Ted Kaczynski. He died, didn't he?
And Supermax, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Ted a lot of famous people down there, man, at our Colorado Hilton. Yeah.
You know, this is Ted's last day.
Get the palm up your ass. Don't light it. Oh, God.
Squeal louder. Louder.
Yeah, you get about it. One for you, Chopper.
Louder, get down there, boy.
I love that little giggle at the end. And, of course, it is time now for Bailey's final word.
Tay-tay.